Alrighty, welcome to Madison's Memo First video post. Today I'm going to be talking about the White Lotus Season 3 and my thoughts on the finale. I have not watched the first two seasons. Actually, that's not true. I have started the first season. I think I am halfway through. The first episode was slow, so I didn't give it a second chance. And now that I've started watching more of that season, I'm enjoying it. So the first only season I've seen fully is season 3 because everyone was talking about it and I was seeing it everywhere and I needed to just know what was happening because it was too interesting not to watch. So I will say Chelsea was my favorite character, probably followed by Lachlan. So season finale thoughts. Also, sorry, spoilers. Don't continue watching if you haven't watched this season. So my thoughts on the season finale would be, I was not expecting Rick to be the shooter. I thought that when he went to Bangkok and met up with the Sam Rockwell character and then visited the owner of the White Lotus in Thailand, that he had gotten all of his grief or his issues off of his chest, and he was good. So I wasn't expecting that. I was so unhappy with the pina colada scene with the Ratliff family with Tim. I did not think it was necessary for him to do a murder-suicide, which I think is technically what it would be called, for his entire family because he is in some financial trouble with his business and financial legal trouble with his business. Not the best decision, a little too rash. I don't think he really thought it through well enough, but hey, I think he was high off the lorazepam, so who knows. That being said, Lachlan should have washed the blender before he used it the next day for a protein shake, because that had the pina colada from the night before with the poisoned fruit seed or whatever it was in it. So him then making a protein shake in that same blender without rinsing it or cleaning it and then drinking it and then him passing out, almost dying, is kind of his own fault, but he didn't know that there was a poison berry in the blender. So either way, he should have cleaned the blender first. I get why he didn't, but he should have cleaned it first. I am happy for Belinda that she got her $5 million. Hopefully she will start a business with that. If not, either way, good for her. She deserves it. She definitely is someone who is hardworking. Not happy that she left the guy behind, which was, I believe his name was Pornchai, who worked at the White Lotus in Thailand. Not happy that she left him behind, but glad she got the money and her and her son were able to leave alive. Okay. The security guard, Gaitok, does not deserve his promotion to bodyguard for the owners of the White Lotus. He did not deserve it. He could barely do his security job, and it took him too long to shoot. After being yelled at, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. He took too long. He hesitated too quick. He hesitated. And you can't do that when you're going to be a bodyguard to someone. You have to be ready to pounce. And I'm not happy about that. So I don't think he deserved it. I think he should have stayed at security and if not been given a promotion within the White Lotus security, but not a promotion to a bodyguard, especially if he can't figure out how to shoot a person that's actively shooting at them. And then last thing would be Rick. Going back to Rick. Rick could have made it out alive had he shot the man, the husband of the White Lotus owner, and the two bodyguards, and then just bolted. Had he left, he and Chelsea possibly could have lived. I'm believing that they would have lived had they run. but they could have lived happily ever after. Even if they were on the run, they would have lived. That's what my thoughts are. So that is my White Lotus Season 3 review. I hope you enjoyed.